It's Belana's part. This is another astrological energy forecast. This will be for the week of March 10th to the 16th of 2025. Thank you for clicking onto my video. If you're a returning member, subscriber, or viewer, welcome back, Soul Family. It's good to see you guys again. I hope you are doing well. Thank you for all your likes, your shares, your comments, subscribe, super thanks, and donations. I truly appreciate them all. And if you are new to the channel, welcome. It's good to see a new face here. I pull oracle cards during this astrological energy forecast just to provide the overall energy for the weekly energy. So please keep in mind that this is a collective oracle card reading. Therefore, the messages will not and may not resonate with everyone. So please take what resonates with you in your particular situation and leave the rest. Please don't try to make the story fit. If it doesn't fit, okay, if it's not resonating with you, it just means I'm not picking up on your energy, which is perfectly okay. In the areas of legal, law, finance, health, mental health, please note that I'm not an expert in those areas, nor do I claim to be, and if I mention them at all, it is either what my intuition is picking up on or it's literally on the cards themselves. However, if it really resonates for you, I highly encourage you to speak to those experts and those areas of expertise. I am also the author of both fairy tales in my hand here. The Princess and Her Inner Voice, which is a fairy tale written for children about their intuition, what it is, how it speaks to them, and how if they listen to it, it can help them to overcome all obstacles, help them to heal from all traumas, as well as get them to their happy ending in whichever way that looks for them. It is a very self-love and self-worth based fairy tale. As well as The Dark High Priestess and The Prophecy of the Queen of the Unseen, this is a fairy tale written for adults about healing and overcoming spiritual warfare and narcissistic abuse from family members and friends, and how to keep that inner flame lit despite any adversity you may be going through or experiencing. That no matter how dire your situation may seem, that you always have a choice, that you're never alone. There's always benevolent beings that are around you just waiting to provide you with guidance and to intervene and to intercede on your behalf. They just need your consent so that way you can fulfill your soul's purpose in this lifetime. Both these fairy tales are written in the bard format, which means that they rhyme. So think like Dr. Seuss meets Grimm's fairy tales. They are written and illustrated in such a way to heal and appeal to your inner child as you read them. They're short, they're sweet, they inspire hope, and they make you feel good as you read them. The audiobook has been released for both books and can be found attached to this video for your convenience as well as on my channel. However, if you wish to purchase the physical copies, you can find them on online retailers such as Amazon, Walmart, and Barnes & Noble, just to name a few. The Princess and Her Inner Voice is in its second edition print, which means that the autographs first edition as well as my products can be found on my website, which is www.aspiraltotheself.com. All the information will be in the description box below for your convenience, as well as all my social media platforms and pages, so that way you do not get scammed by people or pages pretending to be me. As always, I begin each forecast and reading with a prayer. I call upon God, Banja, the great goddess Morgan, the 23, Lu, the archangels, my ancestors, and the seen and unseen. Please only allow this reading and forecast what I call upon, which is high vibrational energy and frequency. If any low vibrational entities, beings, or energies try to come through, try to ask, project, open a portal, remote, view, be monitoring spirit in the past, present, or in the future, I ask that you block, bind, and blind, and immediately return to center, which will give you full consent to intervene and to intercede on my behalf, whichever way you deem fit. Please allow me to see we want the collective to know and provide clear, concise messages. Please protect me, this channel, the video, and the viewers as I deliver this divinely guided message. If any try to abuse technology in any kind of way by trying to take a screenshot or open a portal, ask, project, remote, view, be monitoring spirit in the past, present, or in the future, I ask that you block, bind, and blind, and immediately to the center, which will give you full consent to hold them accountable and bring them to justice in your way. If anyone tries any kind of curses, hexes, evil eye, black magic, witchcraft, and bindings, let they be dissolved, transmuted, and interviewed by the All-High. The sinner's mask be ripped off, they'll be unable to hide. All their lies, deceit, and ill intentions will become exposed and publicly known. That's what we call a fuck around and find out policy collective. So this week, there's a lot going on, and then there's not a lot going on, okay? So this week, we have a total lunar eclipse with a blood moon, okay? But then we also have Mercury going into retrograde, which is a big deal because it's like a forced pause, a slowdown while we wrap things up, because you know eclipses are endings. They're where we release what isn't serving us, okay? So before I get into all of that, we're going to go into the retrogrades. So we currently only have one, which is Venus retrograde, which will be in retrograde until April 12th of 2025. This is where we're evaluating our relationships, being direct and impulsive with anything that's causing us discomfort or dissatisfying us, okay? Dealing with those kind of feelings, dealing with those kind of relationships. And then this week, a day after the eclipse, we will have Mercury in retrograde, which I'll get more into that during the daily. So let's get into the weekly energy. So these energies range from over 48 hours to a couple weeks. So from March 10th through the 11th, so the very beginning of the week, our personality is very sensitive, empathic, and nurturing at this time, which may cause us stress when our intuition peeps the truth in mystical ways when it comes to relationships that are impulsive, passionate, and competitive, where we will need to be direct and candid in our conversations with these relationships. So Spirit, what do you want the collective to know when it comes at the very beginning of the week of what they need to be direct and candid about in these relationships that may be a little competitive, aggressive with them? What do you want the collective to know about this? What does the collective need to be direct and candid about when it comes to the beginning of the week with relationships? Some kind of loss and lack mindset, consciousness of lack, okay? Because someone's confused, okay? So what I'm picking up is that someone here is confused. If you're going to have to deal with people who are being competitive with you or aggressive with you, okay? Because Venus is in the sign of Aries at this time, which means that they can be very competitive, they can be very aggressive, be very fleeting, you know, very impulsive, very impassionate. And that, you know, Mercury is also in Aries, where you're going to have to be very direct and candid with how you deal with these individuals, because it looks like there's a consciousness of lack here, feeling confused about where they are in life, feeling where they need to go, what they're doing, okay, and how they feel like they'll never have love, they'll never have money, and it literally put them at a complete standstill on their path. If you see this picture here, it's like they're at a complete stop. Their heart chakra is not open. They feel like they'll never have enough. They'll feel like they're, you know, like no one will love them, or no one will love them like you do, okay? Family lover, friend, okay, whatever. This person's confused on where they're at, and they're going to come towards you and try to make it your problem, essentially. So you need to be direct and candid in your communications with this person or these people, because it's all stemming from them and healing their consciousness of lack, which actually coincides with the chakra, coincide with the energies for this week, which is the root and third eye. Okay, there's two this week just because there's a stellium in Pisces, which I'm getting to just now. There's a stellium in Pisces, which means it's overall a highly intuitive time, but then it's also going to affect our root chakra. So our stability, our security, our financial foundations, things like that, our earliest recorded memories, our programming, our fight or flight response. That's all coming to light. So someone's dealing with that. And again, they're going to try to make it your problem. So you're going to need to be direct, like, no, 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 nay, nay, nay. We're not doing that here, right? Like, take your drama elsewhere, sir or ma'am. Okay, so then we have, again, the stellium in Pisces. This is going to be prevalent from March 11th through the 16th. This has been a common theme for the past, I want to say, like 3-4 weeks, where we've had at least 3 to 4 days where we're seeing that stellium and Pisces energy. A stellium means that there's multiple planets in the same zodiac sign. And what you will see in these stelliums is that now it's transitioning from Pisces to Aries. So like half the week, it's going to be, you know, in Pisces, all of them, and then it's going to slowly transition to Aries as more and more planets get into Aries. So stellium and Pisces, the truth will be exposed in mystical ways as we reconnect with our intuition on how to overcome a karmic lesson when it comes to our self-worth, but also to following our intuitive promptings. As our drive will be strong to use our imagination and to create in order to be further in our life purpose. And part of our life purpose is having some kind of public persona, okay, or some kind of ambition of being very compassionate and being a very creative person. So let's see what this is about when it comes to what do you want the collective to know when it comes to this stellium and Pisces to be further in their purpose? When it comes to your creations, creating with new connections, okay? So let's see what the next card is. Yeah, having peace of mind, okay, to create. So this has to do with not feeling worthy of your creations, or not feeling like the things that you are creating are good enough. Okay, again, that consciousness of lack, that self-worth there, feeling worthy of, you know, essentially the abundance, the blessings coming into your life, the opportunities. Your intuition is going to tell you, you know, how you can be more creative, be more imaginative, how you can get this peace of mind here, okay? that you're essentially attracting new connections, and you just need to feel worthy of your creations. How you can overcome this, because again, it says that you have some kind of public persona of being very imaginative and creative. So that means you're attracting like-minded individuals. So that means that you need to get out of your own, poor me or imposter syndrome or whatever you got here where you feel like you just aren't good enough. That's not true, and it's a self-limiting belief, okay? It's a self-imposed cage that you can free yourself from because you're getting it. So again, it's the karmic lesson of knowing your self-worth, okay? Knowing your self-worth, but also to follow your intuitive promptings because good things are coming. Then we have on March 14th, okay? March 14th is going to be lit. There's so much activity in the sky that day. We have a meteor shower peak day. We've got other different events, plus a total lunar eclipse. It's going to be very crazy. But what we also have is multiple planet opposition. So multiple planets will be in opposition with the moon. So what that means is our intuition is going to be focused on any unhealthy or any unhelpful habits that we need to try to make changes to our routine in order to accommodate that. This will be a stressful time as we are connecting with our intuition that will speak to us in mystical ways through our dreams and our visions when it pertains to a karmic lesson surrounding our self-worth and to follow our intuitive promptings, because we're going to have the intense desire to create and be imaginative when it comes to relationships that are passionate, that are impulsive, but also to be compassionate and impulsive in love. So let's see what this is about. Spirit, what is this karmic lesson when it comes to the intuition that's going to provide a lot of stress? What's this karmic lesson? It's going to provide a lot of stress for the collective. March 14th. Okay. It's essentially keeping yourself in alignment when you go through this creative process, okay? Being in your power, speaking your truth, being in alignment, connection of mind, body, and soul, okay? And it has to do with something that you're creating. Again, it seems like whatever it is that you are creating, you don't feel worthy of it, or you feel like whatever you're creating is garbage. Just to sum it up. You're feeling that whatever it is that you are creating is garbage. That's self-imposed limitations, that's self-limiting beliefs, okay? What you're creating is what you are meant to create, and it's meant to attract you like-minded individuals. And you're going to have to listen to your intuition on how to keep yourself balanced and regulated. And that's very important this week because, again, we have Mercury going retrograde, which is a forced pause down, a slowdown, just like with any retrograde. But Mercury, it's like you really feel it. And it's also with the eclipse where we're shedding things, we're getting rid of things, it's endings, it's fated events. So it's going to be a lot of energy. Plus with that opposition there, it's just like, it's going to be a stressful time. So definitely prioritize your needs. Self-care is self-love, okay? Like, you're going to need to pay attention to your needs this week because it's going to be very easy to be drained. So keep up with your spiritual hygiene, take your ritual baths, smudge your space, listen to frequencies. I'm playing one right now to keep yourself in alignment, okay? And I have a playlist for you, which I'll attach at the end of this video for you. So now let's get into the daily energies, okay? So March 11th, Mercury's conjunctions with Venus. And this is where we're being told, again, remember at the very beginning of the week where it seems like someone's going to try to make it our problem about how they have some kind of consciousness of lack and they're confused on where they should be in life? This is where you're being told more information about that. Don't deny what someone or something is in favor of a kinder perspective, okay? What that means is like, don't deny what they are, or see the red flags and trust what you're seeing and act accordingly, okay? As the energy will be harmonious when it comes to communicating in a direct but also candid way in relationships that are impulsive and competitive. We are purging old belief systems and self-limited beliefs. So again, you're not required to heal everyone. You're not required to save everyone, okay? You are only required to take care of you. And yes, say like if you're a healer, you know, part of your purpose is to help people, but you are not people's doormat. And that's what it seems like it is. It's like whoever this is, they're being very competitive, very aggressive and impulsive with you. And they want to come talk to you and make it your problem, that they're lost, okay? They have the same kind of resources you do, which is they can pray, they can meditate, they can listen to frequencies, they can go through self-guided meditations. There's a plethora of books, there's a plethora of YouTube videos, there's a plethora of websites, like literally the internet. As long as they're connected to the internet or have a library card, they can get the help that they need. Okay, so it's not your problem. This is a person who doesn't want to do the work. This is a person who, you know, essentially wants to use people, or like I'm getting like emotional dump on people. That's not who you are. Like that's not what, you're not required to be that for anybody. Okay, so just FYI. March 12th, the moon will be in Virgo and the sun conjunctions with Saturn. Our intuition will speak to us on the way forward through illuminating our shadows to assist us in understanding ourselves and any unhelpful habits that we need to shed. We may experience stress when learning a karmic lesson surrounding our self-worth and following our intuitive promptings that are mediated by being imaginative and creative. Again, like you may feel a little bit of stress, but as long as you're, you know, getting into that creative process, following your intuition, being creative, you know, using your imagination, unlocking, releasing your inner child to help you do that. Okay, I've made videos, there's plenty of videos out there that teaches you how to do that. So be imaginative, be creative. I also created with painting for real kids, which is a good way to unlock your inner child, you know, de-stress, learn a new skill, use your imagination, be creative. And right now they have a 25% off coupon that's exclusive to this channel, okay? And I will include it in the comment section for you because right now they have 25% off their painting. So you use that code, those links that are exclusive to this channel, and you can save a little bit of money and do what you need to do to unlock that inner child and to de-stress yourself and keep yourself in alignment. And learn a new skill. It's very important to keep on learning, right? And then on March 14th, again, total lunar eclipse, full moon in Virgo, sun sextiles Uranus, the moon goes into Libra, and there's a Norman meteor shower peak day. Woo! So this total lunar eclipse, okay, comes with a blood moon, and with blood moons there's a pattern of threes. Okay, this will be the first, the second will be September 7th, and the third will be March 3rd of 2026. It will be in the Virgo Pisces axis, which means it's going to govern over our 6th house, so our health, our routine, our daily habits. But then also our 12th house, which is our subconscious, our intuition, secrets, you know, past life, things like that. So it will start late night March 13th and will be going into March 14th morning. So late night, early morning, that's when the whole thing is going to be able to be seen. Eclipse energies occur, you know, you have the day, obviously, the week of, but then also 3 weeks before and 3 weeks after, 3 months before, 3 months after. Okay, so it's pretty much like this energy's been building up. So if you really need to understand what's going to be leaving your life or releasing, think of what's been the biggest themes in your life for the past 3 months, okay? And how it's being reflected during this week. You're gonna know, like none of this should be new to you. It's not gonna be a sudden change, okay? Because again, endings and fated events that occur, and just know that if you're leaving a situation or a person behind, it was meant to, okay? Mostly impacts mutable signs. Our intuition will speak to us on the way forward through illuminating our shadows to assist us in understanding ourselves and any unhelpful habits that we may need to shed. Take ownership of your choices. Don't give it your power away by blaming someone else for why you do what you do. Take ownership of your life, okay? Our intuitive focus will be to bring peace and harmony to our relationships by releasing others' expectations and our own inner restrictions. There will be many opportunities to releasing turbulence and build up energy that's ready to be transmuted to love and light through using our imagination and being creative. Again, like I can't even make it up. Utilize that kit if you want, or do it in your own. Like just draw, sing, dance, whatever, play, okay? Essentially, this is a high alchemizable, transmutable time for you. Any kind of negative, low vibrational energy, you're transmuting it and releasing it into blessings in your life. And how you can do that is through unlocking your inner child. So it's really going to be coming out this week. So I highly encourage you to just get down to the creative process and just give your soul some freedom of expression through art or some kind of medium, okay? And it's going to illuminate to you where you need to shed things. Like, you'd be surprised that when you do activities, like how you feel and what kind of thoughts you have. So it's saying the way that you can alleviate this stress is through being creative and imaginative. Like, do something, make something, you know. There's so many different things that you can do. Like, it's like impossible to list them all, but there's so many different things. Get to work, do something, you know, do something creative. Craft. I know women love to craft. Craft, do something, create something, design something. It's going to be how you transmute this energy into blessings. This day will also be auspicious for making a firm decision, as the day is lucky for honesty, truthfulness, justice, and an upright life, okay? Because meteor shower peak days are lucky. So this is where you may need to do your due diligence with legal contracts and disputes. Try diplomacy over any kind of harsher means. But this is going to be a day that's favorable to make a firm decision, because people are going to be more honest, they're going to be truthful, and justice will prevail for those who live an upright life. March 15th, Mercury goes into retrograde and will be in retrograde in Aries until April 6th of 2025. This is where communication is going to be direct, impulsive, and candid. This is not a good time to sign contracts. This is also going to be a frequent time of travel delays, traffic, car accidents, misunderstandings when it comes to communication. So make sure you double read that email or text before you send it out, okay? Or, you know, before you hop on that phone call, make sure you get yourself together. And technology issues. We typically have like some really big technology issues during Mercury retrograde. This is where we are releasing relationships that are no longer in alignment with us to dissipate in order to make way for new ones, okay? Your dreams are unfolding faster than ever. What's important right now is that you remember how you got there and what you've accomplished. What we reap is what we sow. So the chakra that coincides, or the chakras that coincides with this week's energies, is the third eye. Okay, your third eye is your intuition. Your third eye is how we are able to record, obtain, send pictures, symbols, colors, and images that represent our reality. It's linked to our pituitary gland, which controls hormones and endocrine functions, which also contains magnetite. It works with our sacral chakra, which is the house of your inner child, your self-worth, and your creativity, to enable manifesting when stimulated by an emotional desire. Provides potential life paths and choices based on our self-image and observing beliefs. Again, if you feel like you're not worth it, you're going to be attracting or receiving those kind of promptings that further validate that to you. Okay, so if you keep your internal programming positive, like positive thoughts on self, positive self-talk, you're going to receive through your intuition situations and experiences that you should take advantage of that are going to uplift your life. But if you're someone who talks very negatively to yourself, you're going to essentially receive the kind of promptings and choices that will further sabotage you in some kind of way. The yang ability of this chakra is to see and reach the future and providing the strategy to get there. Again, this week is all about, being further in our soul's purpose. The yin function of this chakra is self-image and perception. The soul communicates desires for the future and what needs change in order to reach it, okay? If this chakra is at a misalignment or malfunction, it can lead to brain tumors, hemorrhages, stroke, neurological disturbances, blindness, deafness, full spine difficulties, seizures, and learning disabilities. Now, the other chakra that's also prevalent this week is the root chakra. So down here, it's our stability, foundations of belief, security, and our fight or flight response. It has our earliest recorded experiences and is our source of tribal power, which means like your group identity, the group force, group willpower, and group belief patterns. It's a foundation of emotional and mental health, as our emotional and psychological stability originates from the family, okay? It manifests our need for logic, order, and structure. Fear of physical survival, abandonment by the group, and loss of physical order is something that occurs with this chakra. That's how you get that loss and lack mentality, like feeling like you're never going to have enough, feeling like, you're going to be abandoned or no one's going to like you. It's our source of passion, raw primal feelings, including rage, terror, joy, survival energy. The material energy for achieving life purpose, as well as fundamental program about what we desire and deserve in and out of life. The root chakra is our recipient for Kundalini energy, so it's our fire energy. It communicates physical or emotional needs through sensory impressions like aches and pains, physical awareness, touches, smells, vibrations, movement, feelings, and includes getting sick to become aware of a problem. Okay, so you can most definitely become aware. This is typically like back pains, like having so much stress that you'll get lower back pains. The root chakra contains our original feelings about ourselves, the right to exist, be loved, and have our needs met. Again, someone with some kind of consciousness of lack and loss, that's confused in their own life, the relationships that are competitive and aggressive, being aggressive towards us. This is going to have to do with this, and you feeling unworthy of having new supportive connections in your life when it comes to your creations, okay? It's all about the root chakra here. You could have had, and I'm just telling you this so you can, to provide you with a way to heal it. With this being the chakra that's the most prevalent, it's going to assist you with anything that you're triggered by. If you feel unworthy of your creations, essentially have some kind of loss and lack mentality, it's going to stimulate from something that happened to you in your earliest childhood. Again, the tribal power, the group, the family, okay, the community. There's going to be some kind of memory, some kind of experience or situation that you dealt with that is making you feel small or making you think small. And that's why we're getting rid of those self-limiting beliefs and self-imposed cages that were provided to us by the people that we were around, okay? The yang function of this chakra is how we put ourselves into the world and how successful we are at surviving. The yin function is how able we are to receive material assistance and keep our will to live alive. I know that can be hard given the circumstances, but there's always a reason to live. Mental and emotional issues about physical, family, group safety and security, ability to provide for life's necessities, ability to stand up for self. Okay, you may have to stand up for yourself. It says this week it's favorable for you to be direct and candid in conversations when it comes to relationships that are competitive, aggressive, impulsive, okay, passionate. Passionate can be good or bad. Which it can lead to chronic lower back pain, sciatica, varicose veins, rectal tumors, cancers, depression, immune-related disorders. If this chakra is at a misalignment or malfunction, you can receive those. And also it can stem into addictions like alcohol abuse, hard drugs, sex, overeating, reproductive issues, childhood issues, sexual dysfunctions, and urinary tract issues. So it says that this chakra communicates with us if it's out of misalignment by making you sick, in order to allow you to know that something is wrong with like some kind of thought pattern you have, or that you don't feel safe and you need to do something about it, fight or flight, that your needs aren't being met. And how you can circumvent this, how you can begin to heal it. One is listen to frequencies. There's, again, a whole bunch on my playlist. Listen to those. Some of the root chakra ones, they have it as 432 hertz, which will just bring you calm and balance. But I believe the root chakra is like 396 hertz to balance that out. Again, just check it out. It's all there for you. You can also eat 3 balanced meals a day, drink a gallon of water, exercise aerobically on a daily basis. Like going for a walk is so beneficial for you. Like going for a walk, reconnecting with nature, listening to music as you do it. But any kind of physical activity will help you. Okay, maybe that's why people can be hypersexual when this chakra is out of misalignment malfunction, because it's something to do. But also you can do something creative, like unlocking your inner child and doing things like that. Okay, like, creating, using your imagination, just letting yourself be a kid again, getting excited about the creative process. All right, collective, that is all I have for you this week. Thank you for watching. And if you like my vibe in this video, please like, share, and subscribe. It definitely helps out the channel. Please stay tuned for a brief little snippet of the Dark High Priestess and the Prophecy of the Queen of the Unseen.